Hi everyone, my name is Denise Lazan and this is my presentation on the 2019 White Island eruption of New Zealand. Let's get right into it. So a bit of introduction. What, where, and when did this event happen? During late 2019, there was a volcanic eruption on White Island, or Wakaari, if I'm trying to pronounce that, on the North Island of New Zealand. Why did I choose this event? Well, New Zealand is a place I'd like to live in maybe someday in the future, and I thought it'd be nice to know more about the country. A summary of what happened here. The date was December 9th of 2019. 47 tourists were present on the crater located on White Island, and out of the 47 tourists there, only about 25 people survived, and those who did survive left severely injured. The rest were either missing, dead, or died in the following days and weeks of the disaster. While everyone was inhaling the toxic gases, many of them were also burned by the hot plume of ash released into the air. And here at the picture at the top, you can see the tourist path that the tourists use, as well as the crater they visited, which are both highlighted in orange. The other two pictures below, in the middle picture, you could see what the volcano normally looks like when it's inactive and not pluming clouds of gas. And the picture below that is what the volcano looks like when it's active. And this is actually taken on the day that it erupted. These are some other pictures I'd like to show. The first picture here on the left is more details on the White Island eruption. When I first researched this topic, I was pretty stunned to learn that this volcano isn't typical to the ones that come to my mind, or at least my mind. Normally, when I think of volcanoes, I think of a large mountain-like structure with a crater at the top, and within that crater, there's immediately like magma or lava. But in this figure, you could see that within the crater, there is not only a lake, but a vent that leads down to the magma chamber. Here on the right are some maps. On the top three pictures, I've gradually zoomed in. You could see where White Island is with the blue dot that hopefully you guys can see. And the picture below is a clearer picture. I can't pronounce the nearest city, but it is seen below White Island, which is marked in red for this one. Now onto the tectonic setting. What is the nearest boundaries? Well, the White Island volcano resides on the Australian plate, but in fact, New Zealand as an island as a whole is above two plates, the Australian and Pacific plates, as shown in these three pictures. What type is the plate boundary? Well, the Australian Pacific boundary is a transform plate boundary, which has resulted in an uplift. The most common fault line is the North Island fault system, which is nearest to White Island, but the biggest fault line of New Zealand is the Alpine fault, which you could also see on the pictures, on the diagrams here. What are the rates of motion for the relative plates? Well, the Australian plate is moving northward at the rate of 5.6 centimeters or 2.2 inches per year, whereas the Pacific plate is moving west at a rate of around 6 centimeters per year to the north to around 6 centimeters per year to the south. Geological setting. So the majority of White Island consists of the volcano itself. The volcano is a stratovolcano, which is a composite cone volcano and is actually the biggest in New Zealand. Within the volcano's crater is an acidic lake resulting from the acidic ash and sulfur coming from the volcano's vents. The island is of course surrounded by ocean, but the island itself resides in the Bay of Plenty. But since the eruption of 2019, the marine life may be in danger because of the acidic ash and sulfur that has spewed and leaked onto the bay. But it has since been able to recover a bit of its marine populations. What are the main rock types of this area? Well, the volcano is made out of many layers of andesite, lava flows, and pyroclastic deposits. Have there been any past geological events? Since the eruption in December of 2019, the volcano continued to be active throughout 2020. The pictures on the right are drone shots taken of the volcano in the months of March, April, July, August, September, and November. The volcano itself has been active since at least 1769 when it was first discovered by James Cook, but has had multiple small eruptions since then. However, the 2019 eruption has been the largest. Now, what was the cause of this geological hazard? Well, geologists aren't certain as to why exactly the volcano erupted. It was speculated that it could have been an eruption in which was caused when steam pressure can no longer be contained. These eruptions happen when water combines with something extremely hot, like magma or molten rock. The water becomes steam, quickly and massively expanding in volume, which erupts with such power it can obliterate rock. Others believe the eruption was caused by the Pacific plate moving westward. This would have caused the rock to push underneath the volcano and melt the rock itself, and the hot magma would have created hot gas and circulate within the volcano until the steam breaks through the rocks, where gas and rocks would rapidly release. And here on the slide, you can see two diagrams that show sort of how it works. So, what did geologists learn about this event? Since the volcanic eruption in 2019, tours to the volcano have ceased, meaning to ensure the safety of locals and visitors, there are currently no boat tours nor helicopter rides that lead to the island. While visitors cannot set foot on the island, scenic flights are still available. And other than that, marine biologists have been and are still currently monitoring the effects of the eruption on the marine life within the Bay of Plenty. And here are the sources I've used. I've listed the links where I got my information, as well as the links where my photos and diagrams were taken from. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you guys learned a bit. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Bye-bye.